Hebrews chapter 9:1-10 offers a detailed comparison between the Old Covenant, centered on the rituals of the earthly tabernacle, and the New Covenant through Christ. It begins by describing the structure and rituals of the first covenant under the Mosaic Law. The earthly tabernacle, a sacred tent used by the Israelites during their journey in the wilderness, is described in detail. This tent was divided into two sections, the holy place and the most holy place, or Holy of Holies. The earthly tabernacle, an ancient tent structure divided into two sections, the holy place and the most holy place, with intricate details like the golden lampstand, table of showbread, and a veil separating the inner sanctum. The holy place, the first section of the tabernacle with a glowing golden lampstand, a table with 12 loaves of bread, and priests performing their sacred duties. The most holy place, the inner sanctum of the tabernacle, with the Ark of the Covenant inside. The Ark, a golden chest, contains the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, Aaron's budding rod, and a jar of manna, with cherubim statues overshadowing the mercy seat. The high priest on the Day of Atonement, the high priest, dressed in elaborate robes, enters the most holy place, carrying a bowl of sacrificial blood, offering it on the mercy seat to atone for the sins of the people. The symbolic rituals, a scene depicting priests carrying out the Old Covenant rituals, showcasing the repeated animal sacrifices and offerings, symbolizing the temporary nature of these acts. Transition to the New Covenant, a representation of Jesus as the ultimate high priest, standing before a glowing altar, offering his own blood as the final and perfect sacrifice, contrasting the Old Covenant with the New. Heavenly vision of the New Covenant, a symbolic image showing the earthly tabernacle fading into the background, with the radiant Jesus in the foreground, emphasizing the fulfillment of the Old Covenant and the establishment of the New. Jesus as the High Priest. Depict Jesus Christ as the High Priest, standing in a grand, heavenly sanctuary, surrounded by a glowing light that signifies his divine presence. He is dressed in radiant white robes, holding a golden chalice filled with his own blood, which symbolizes the ultimate sacrifice. The Heavenly Tabernacle. Create an image of the Heavenly Tabernacle, an ethereal, majestic structure not made by human hands. The tabernacle should appear vast and perfect, with golden pillars, shining walls, and an aura of holiness that signifies its divine nature. Christ offering his blood. Illustrate Jesus offering his own blood in the heavenly sanctuary. The blood should appear vibrant and powerful, symbolizing eternal redemption. Surround Jesus with angels who are reverently watching, highlighting the sacredness of the moment. Old Covenant vs. New Covenant. Show a contrasting image with two halves. One side depicts the Old Covenant with priests offering animal sacrifices, surrounded by an earthly tabernacle. The other side should depict Jesus in the heavenly sanctuary, offering his own blood, signifying the New Covenant's superiority. Purification by Christ's blood. Depict a group of believers, with radiant, cleansed expressions, as they receive the purifying blood of Christ. Above them, a symbolic flow of Christ's blood descends from the heavenly sanctuary, representing the cleansing of their conscience and soul. The necessity of Christ's death. Illustrate the concept of a will being activated by death. Show a scroll symbolizing the New Covenant, with the shadowy figure of Christ in the background, emphasizing the necessity of his sacrifice to bring the covenant into effect. Christ's sacrifice once for all. Create an image showing Jesus on the cross, with the inscription once for all. Surround him with a glowing aura that represents the finality and completeness of his sacrifice. Below, depict a timeline of events leading to his resurrection, emphasizing that this was a one-time, eternal act. Anticipation of Christ's return. Depict a serene, hopeful scene of believers looking toward the sky, with Jesus descending from the clouds, bringing salvation. The image should convey the anticipation and joy of Christ's return, with light breaking through the clouds as he approaches.